Hello, everyone. You're watching Ultimate Challenges, and I'm your host, the Coach.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Colts offense ready here for 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
22-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
The tackle made by Joey Bowen.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 11 on the play.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the give, this is Mack. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. Has bred this big defensive tackle.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Zach Pascal, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77. And Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
At the 44-yard line.
On first down, it's Hines, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 40.
Second down, Rivers. Caught left side by Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, 44 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Man, they got to let it play.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, CD, the Cincinnati Bengals, as they come back out here, they managed to sneak out of Philly with a tie in Week 3, the only AFC North team without a win so far this season at 0-2-1, but they put a lot on the shoulders of their young quarterback, Joe Burrow. Most completions in the first 3 games of a career in NFL.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
His pass.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
This is Hilton on the receiving end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of...
And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A 20. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati 1st down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Jackson now off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Reggie Wayne.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Xavier Rhodes on the coverage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
By the Colts. They'll take over first and 10.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up first and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brought down at the
now
20.
second and 7 from the 23.
Pick up at 3. Brings up second and 7.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On second down now, it's George. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, George. And he's got this down to the 35. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Hilton on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves.
And he fires one that's intercepted. The all-pro corner, Tre'Davious White, picks it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Touchdown.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
14.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Dixon set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. To the air again here, Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
2nd and 6.
Now a give, right side. It's George. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, CD, we are 3 weeks into the NFL season, so curious to get maybe your biggest surprise so far. Would it be the Bears at 3-0?
Yeah, I think that's a great candidate for that big surprise team. I think you're right about that, partner, because, look, Green Bay, are we overly shocked? Seattle, overly shocked? No and no. Buffalo, I thought they'd be the AFC East front runners anyway. Pittsburgh, they got Big Ben back, and they got that great defense. But Chicago, so inconsistent on offense, especially in 2 of the first 3 games of the season. Nick Foles took over their big win in Atlanta, and he'll probably carry them the rest of the way.
Has 7 remaining unbeatens in the NFL after 3 weeks of the regular season. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson will throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
With the score, Bengals 14.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0.
Michael Dixon set to
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better.
We'll find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
brings up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he's going to keep it here. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I believe the Colts have recovered. Yes, they have.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slam. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. After the sack on first down, Rivers, he'll check this down to Hines. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. 3rd and long for Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts
2 yards
as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's George, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
brought him down. A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, George. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. We'll call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just like that, another ultimate challenge has been defeated. Savor the victory, if only for a moment, because you know...
The coach here, and welcome to this ultimate challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat. with this matchup. Let's send it down to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis for the call.
Okay, Coach, we jump into this challenge for the good stuff in the fourth quarter, and we're already at the 2-minute warning. You're trailing by 4. You've got the ball on your side of the field. 1st and 10. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
The Chargers 1st down.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on 1st down. It's George, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side.
Jackson's pass.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down 20-17. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And they need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Chris Carson.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
Back to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Chris Carson.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Nice job there getting the win. Next up, another challenge, of course.
Seahawks 17.